Hi folks, Stan Baker with Hunt the Racket. We've been out here all afternoon at the Cherry Creek Family Shooting Center and putting on a little clinic with some friends of mine. I'd like to introduce you to Karen, Tom, Stevie, and Nobu. And you guys remember Nobu from the clinic up at the Racket. We've turned into quite good buddies here, and we've done a lot of shooting together. So that's pretty exciting. Hey guys, what'd you think of the clinic?
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very great time.
Let me ask you something. What is the one thing that you took away from the clinic that you feel like might help your shooting in the future?
I learned to wait for the bird, to put my gun on the hold point and wait till I see the entire bird before moving. And it's made me a more gradual, smooth shooter.
And I'll tell you what, I could see the difference almost instantly. You really did a great job. My man, how about you?
Well, two things actually, not in necessary order, but first was that it reaffirmed some of the things I was already doing. And then secondly, it got me to concentrate on the full bird and not the streak.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
It gave me a smoother swing.
Stevie?
Same thing with me. See the bird
Yeah.
and hit the bird.
I got to tell you, Stevie, she hasn't shot handicap, and so we put her on what, the 20?
20, yeah.
The 20-yard line, and I've got to tell you, she was just really
Smoke me.
yeah. Nobu's starting getting a little self-conscious there.
This is it for you. No more.
No more lessons.
Nobu is really the senior shooter in the group, I would say. So what'd you think, my friend?
Well, same as Karen actually, because I was always following the bird, and I was always told to do that, know. But what I was doing today is to be able to wait for the bird, and it slows down the action of it, or it slows down the bird actually.
Right.
And that's
the key
important.
is that we've been talking about, all good trap shooters all have the ability to slow that bird down when they need to. And the two ways to slow that bird down is where you hold your gun and where you hold your eyes. You can always bring that gun up and your eye hold up to slow it down, to smooth that swing out. We did a little exercise. Tell them about shutting your eye and shooting.
Yeah, I was to get my gun out there, set up my hold, close my eyes, yell pull, then open my eyes and find the bird, and I found it right away and shot it. It's
and you know
amazing.
what? That was your rhythm. That was the rhythm you started shooting that bird at. And so if you do that, if you find yourself moving too fast, following the streak, a lot of times is in practice, go ahead and do the, shut your eye, get back into your rhythm, and you'll get right back on the birds. But you did the same thing.
Yes, I did, and that helped a lot, because when I'd close my eyes and then call pull and then open them, I had plenty of time.
Yeah, and your eye goes right to that
the
bird. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we've got a special treat this weekend. We've got a small shoot at Golden here in Denver, and we've got two new ATA members. Tom and Karen are joining the ATA.
No, 3.
Are you going to join too?
Well, yeah.
We got 3. I thought you were already a member. I'm sorry.
No.
So we got 3 new ATA members, and we're all going to shoot on the same squad together. And I got to tell you, we're going to do a great job out there, and we're going to have some fun. All right?
It's going to be a
Yes.
kick.
Yeah.
Great.
With that, we'll see you at Hunt the Racket. Okay, what we found with Nobu is when you watch his swing, fundamentally his stance and his fundamentals are very sound. But the only thing I could find, now watch his finger. Look where his finger's at, right index finger. And when he calls for the bird, he's got that finger on top of the stock, and he goes to the trigger. The interesting thing about that is as I watched him, I found that he was, when you shoot the bird, it's just like one move. Once you see the bird, it's one move to the bird. But he was actually, there were 2 stages. There was 1, his finger, and then 2, his move to the bird. And I asked him why he put his finger up there like that. And he said he has a fear of flinching. And I said, well, you need to put your finger on the trigger to shoot. And I said, if the fear stays with him, then it might not be a bad thing to get a release trigger, because he's deathly afraid of flinching. And I asked him if he was flinching, and he told me he really doesn't know. So I told him pretty much, you're not flinching if you don't know. But he has the fear of it, and sometimes the fear of something is worse than actually doing it. With Karen, you can tell she's really into the gun. She really is fundamentally trying to do the right thing. But notice, I think she's too stiff. I think she's trying too hard. And one of the things I learned with trappers, you have to be relaxed when you're shooting. You have to be loose and relaxed. And so one of the things I recommended to Karen is that maybe she might want to bring her forearm, her hand on the forearm, back just a little and try relaxing. She probably is the best athlete out there, and she's really athletically inclined, so she's really a good shot, but I think all she needs to do is just relax and shoot more. But you notice how she really grips that gun and how she's pulling it in. You could tell she's straining. And I asked her, and she says, yeah, she's really pulling it in. So the only thing that I'd recommend for Karen is that she just relax a little bit, bring that forearm back. That left arm is probably a little bit too extended, and she's going to get tired, over a 300 shoot meet. Now, Stevie, you can see, pretty good form. One of the things that I noticed with Stevie is that she was standing straight up. Her posture is good, but she needs to put that weight forward just a tad bit more. So what we did is we had her extend her front leg and flex it a little bit and move that weight forward. Watch her swing, and you'll see the gun is actually, pushing her back quite a bit. She's an excellent shot, and she's really easy to coach. But notice how she's standing straight up, and that gun's pulling her straight back, see? The muzzle's going up. So what we just have her do is go into more of an athletic stance with that front leg forward, and flex that front leg a little bit, and her problems will definitely be solved. She had another issue with her eyes, and she was mentioning something about maybe the left eye taking over, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's the case. I think she goes back and forth with it, thinking that maybe that's what the case is. But we'll try a screen on her left eye, and we'll see what happens. But primarily, it's just her stance and weight distribution that she's having a problem with. Now Tom is a sporting clay shooter, and you can tell he's a seasoned shooter, a seasoned hunter. And I want you to just take a look at this swing, a couple of his swings, and I want to see if you guys pick up on what I picked up on. Okay, I think you may have picked up what I picked up. And I actually did it on the field and talked to Tom, but if you notice Tom's head, notice when he mounts his gun, he actually brings his head up a little bit on the stock. And what he's doing there, and in my opinion, is he's adjusting to his gun. What he's doing is raising his head and adjusting the point of impact so he can shoot that gun with trap. So I recommended, he said he had a trap gun, and I said, well, problem solved, shoot the trap gun. And if he still likes the gun that he's shooting, he might want to get an adjustment on his comb or on his stock. Maybe get an adjustable comb put on his stock so that he can raise that comb to the point where he wants it. And right now what he's doing is trying to adjust to the gun. But all in all, I think Tom is an excellent shot. He did really good in singles at the meet coming up, and so I just look forward to shooting with him in the future.
Oh.
Okay, folks, here we are. Hey, you guys just finished your first ATA round.
Yes.
We're here at Golden, the Golden Gun Club in Denver, and we put these guys, they joined the ATA, and they shot their first round of trap, 100 birds. So guys, I want to ask you, this guy here shot a 94 his first time out.
Thanks to coaching.
Well, I mean, every now and then I get lucky. So, but how'd you feel, my friend?
It felt fine. I've shot here before,
Yeah.
so it felt pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Well, you did pretty good job. Did you have fun?
A few times the gun didn't go to the right place.
Yeah, that happens.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That happens. Nobu, my man.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? What do you think of that round?
It was good. I thought it was a good outing. I kind of let my mind wander a lot.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was fun.
I kind of was watching you a little bit. The only time I could watch you is when I'd shoot the last shell, and then we'd be ready for the crossover, and I get to watch everyone. And I watch you, and a couple of times you look like you were saying, "Yeah, what's for dinner?" kind of a deal. Stevie, I got to tell you something, man. I am really proud of you.
Thank you.
She got her personal best on her first round. She shot a 21, right?
Yeah.
And then you shot really consistently 17s all the way across.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, a couple more of these and you're gonna be right in the hunt, I can guarantee.
Right. I need to put my weight forward more.
Yeah.
Right. I tried to do that after you reminded me.
And Karen, I'm really proud of you. You shot a couple 22s.
23, 22, 21, 20.
23, 22, 20. See, you're one or two birds away from being in it. That's it. I mean, one or two birds. So we were talking about fine-tuning your swing just a little bit, and I'll bet you if you bring that forearm back a little bit, you're going to find a few more birds.
Good.
And it's going to be exciting. But I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's one of the things that we do at the Rackett is we hold these clinics. We really encourage you to go to your computer, shootata.com, and for $20 and a credit card, all you got to do is join the ATA. you can come out here in the afternoon, and it's a lot of fun, very social. I know most of the people out here, and everyone's very friendly and very, very helpful. So with that, we'll see you at Hunt the Racket.